before we get started, I'd like us to do a quick recap of yesterday. So I'd like you to talk to the person sitting next to you, share with them the 3 most important lessons that you learned yesterday. Starting now. You can do it in pairs of 2 or 3, but not in a pair of 1. Possible period of time. Each person you talk to, I want you to share with them 1 of the 3 lessons that you learned yesterday. And you also hear from that person. So by the end of the next 3 minutes, you should have gathered at least 10 lessons that people learned yesterday, adding on to what you had figured you learned yesterday. Are we together? Yeah. So starting now, you talk to a person, you share with them 1 thing you learned, they share with you 1, and then you move to another one, another one, another one. You've got 3 minutes to do as many people as possible. Right, you should go to the second person now. Go to the second one.
Yesterday I learned about association and
okay, that's how you're associating with the 40 people like me.
like an ego. And I also learned about the story of the same guy that kept falling to the sea and that
I am free. The most important thing is
Right, tell me, how many people did you talk to? Do you remember? A lot. Anyone remember the numbers? No, you don't. Okay, right, let me hear from every person. What lesson did you learn yesterday? Very quickly, start off with you.
Well, one quick thing I learned about time management.
Okay, what did you learn about time management? Give me the actual lesson. I learned that time management I should.
You should have a schedule that you follow up. You should be disciplined to follow that schedule.
All right, cool. Thanks. Yeah,
And
next.
in terms of values, the values which that you know, the true causes, and those you need to.
So what are your top 3 values?
I love as well as hardworking.
Honesty, hardworking, and right, wonderful. How about you? Mistakes, what about mistakes? You learn how to do mistakes.
No, how to avoid mistakes.
How to avoid mistakes.
Yes, shouldn't do the same thing over and over again and fall in the same problem.
Okay, great. So have you seen any area of your life where you could apply it?
Yes.
Any mistakes you have made, you want to make again? All right, don't share with us. We don't want to know. How about you?
Okay, I learned about purpose. Purpose, you should know what you are meant to be, what you why you are here,
Okay.
and you should know your
Wonderful. So what is your purpose?
Okay.
Why are you here besides international? What is your purpose?
I believe my purpose is to influence all around.
If you also want me to work with you, we can arrange. And you need to pay a seed to. Your name is Nintendo, right? Am I right or am I right? What can I say? Right, tough.
I said I learned about networking.
Networking?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about networking?
The importance of talking to people, finding out about what they do. And
Is that so? So out of these people, how many people have you talked to and how many have you found out something about?
Well, quite a number. I've lost count. Maybe 6, 7.
6, 7. Give me 3 names of people you met here for the first time.
I met Rutendo.
Rutendo, which Rutendo? No, this one doesn't count. Give me 2 more. Not the guys you referred to this program, but people you met here for the first time. That's part of networking, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
So give me 2 more names.
Tobekile.
Tobekile, is Tobekile here?
Hey, she's not yet here.
You see, you meet people want to.
I didn't agree to it. I didn't know Tula. She's not yet here.
Noctula.
Yeah.
What is this about you and meeting people on the internet? There's Nintendo, there's Noctula. No, yes, next.
Well, I learned that when you're making a plan for your life, you must always consider the obstacles or challenges that you will face in your plan.
Wonderful. Thank you. Behind you.
I learned that there are 7 vital steps to fulfilling your dreams. And
Wow.
that, number 1 is going where you want to go.
Wow. Excellent. Do you know where you want to go?
Yes.
How old are you?
I'm 26.
You're 26. Where will you be by the time you turn 35? What will you have achieved? That's in 9 years' time. For those of you who failed math.
Or I'll be somewhere else. Then I think I'll be in a leadership position.
You've been in a leadership position. Put your hands together for her. We got a leader here. Now I'll tell you what. I want you to change that. Don't be vain. You must know in what leadership position, in what organization, wearing what dress, wearing what makeup, driving what car. Okay? What model make. Because the more concrete your vision are, the more likely you are to achieve it. Tell me.
I think that for you to achieve what you want to achieve in life, you have to be principled.
You have to be principled.
Yes.
Okay, tell us more about being principled. What does it mean? I've heard
I
it.
learned about how to change your habits, the 21-day habit. You can start by changing maybe the way you think or...
Great. So if you identify the habit you want to change, you want to develop, you want to drop, you want to...
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Behind you.
I learned about focus. I think you should be focused in your life and organize yourself to make sure that you get to where you want to get to.
Wonderful, wonderful. All right, next to you.
I learned about success and significance, which in turn gives you a purpose in your map for life.
Wow, you guys learned a lot. I'm thinking maybe I shouldn't be here. I'm preaching to the converted here. Right, the lady next to him.
I learned about balancing all areas of life, family, race,
Wonderful. Next.
I learned about goal development.
Goal development. It's amazing. You guys learned so much. No one has repeated anything so far. This must have been a really packed program.
We need to start brainstorming. Then we need to classify your goals into short-term, medium-term, and long-term goals.
Wonderful, wonderful. Brilliant. Yes.
Okay, I learned about things to consider if you want to become successful in life, such as association, who do you associate with, and my distractions, what distracts you from getting where you want to be.
Really? What's your name?
Max.
Max. Who do you associate with most of the time?
College friends and some business associates.
Some business associates. You just added that in so that you look. Right, but it's time for you to review, yeah, right? Yes, sir.
Okay, I learned about how to structure vision, line of purpose, find your mission, and how these components fit together, and to make it where you want to be.
Wonderful. Sir.
Yeah, I learned that you have to be organized. If you think of anything, make it a plan, write it on paper, you can do that.
Excellent. Yes.
I read about a story of a guy who falls into the same pit and still doesn't want to take responsibility or doesn't want to get out of that pit. And I want
Does it remind you of somebody that you know?
some of my inside person.
Oh, right, right. Just looking in the mirror. Okay. Tell me that story. Who can tell me the story? I wasn't there yesterday. This guy. Is there more to the story or is that it? Once upon a time, yes, tell me.
Well, the guy falls in the...
Start by saying once upon a time.
Once upon a time, there was a guy who was walking in the road, And then as he was walking in the road, there was a pit. And then he fell in the road the first time. He got up, he fell again the second time. He came out, and then the third time. The first time, he saw the hole, and he changed the road. And he had seen that he keeps on falling into the same pit over and over again. He wanted differently. He embraced, or he accepted that it was his fault that he kept falling into the hole. So he chose a different path.
So what lesson do we learn from that?
That I think
That the city council should close all the potholes. You know what? Yeah, share with you. Go on.
Okay. I think like in life, there are certain things that the first time you fall, or maybe you do it, you are thinking, you know, it's not my fault. I'm in this position where I am. But then if you keep on repeating the same mistake over and over again, there's a point that you have to reach where you have to accept that, you know, maybe it's my fault. I keep on, you know, being in the same situation, and I must change and do something else.
Okay, what's your name?
Cheza.
Cheza is making sense for a change, isn't she? I mean, Cheza's let's do something special for her. Let's send an email. When I say type, you do this. Type. When I say send, you point to it and you do that, okay? So type, send. You're supposed to receive, by the way. You're supposed to do that. Let's try it again. Type, send. Wonderful. You are the first person to get an email today. How does it feel?
That's good.
You go far. Right, where were we? Yes. You were not there yesterday. From what they have said and what was exchanged, what lesson do you think you gathered from people doing the speed dating? So if you had planned well, you'd have been here yesterday. Wonderful. Yes, Clive. Using your time wisely and time management. I've got a challenge for you, Pai. You've got your normal voice, right? In order to project leadership and confidence, I want you to double the volume when you're speaking. Now say what you said before, but with a higher voice now.
I learned about...
Can you hear her?
No. I learned about time management and using...
Louder. I learned Can you hear me? But it reflects your level of confidence. It gives people the impression that you're not very confident when you speak too softly. I know naturally you've got a soft voice, but I want you to work on that. It's important when you come to these workshops to get insight into yourself so that you see how do I apply this in real life. So I want you to speak so that the gentleman in the corner they can hear you.
I learned how to manage my time and use it wisely.
Did you hear it? What did she say? That's the real test.
Don't use it wisely.
But you have to listen very carefully, right? So please keep working on it, okay? But excellent for trying. Let's hear the guys in the back.
Okay, I learned about association. There was a story that I was told of the crab, but a crab can pull down the one that is trying to get off. So you should play more with crabs because there are people that pull you off. Then also about that story of that guy that kept falling into the same pit, that you should attempt to be proactive in decision making.
Now going back to the crab, what's a crab in Shona?
Kakanji.
Kakanji. So you were saying the lesson there is that there are people who are crabs who want to pull you down, so don't play around with them.
Yes, so you should do
Is that what everybody learned from that story?
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's also another lesson to be learned there. Perhaps you are the crab. Can you look at situations where you're a crab and stop being a crab? Because the problem is everybody keeps saying, I want to avoid crabs. But if the whole population of Zimbabwe is talking about avoiding crabs, who are the crabs? Right, thank you for that.
Yesterday we learned about, we broke down our life into 8 compartments, physical, spiritual, and whatnot. And it's important to have values or set standards for each one.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you very much. Prosper, is that your name?
Yes.
What can I say? Yes, what did you learn yesterday?
Yeah, yesterday.
Oh, Papa. Yeah, but you should be kneeling down.
Yesterday I learned about how knowledge is at the center of everything that we do. So before we attempt to map our lives or we attempt to plan anything, we should have the knowledge. We should know where we are trying to go, or where we are at first, and where we are trying to go and how we are going to get there. So we need that knowledge.
Okay, great. I like that. Yes, sir.
Yesterday I learned about having a positive attitude to which helps us to reach our desired destination.
So do you have a positive attitude?
Yeah, pretty much.
Really?
That's why I'm here.
That's why you're here?
Instead of sitting at home watching DSTV all day.
All right, at least you have DSTV. Right, thanks for that. Yes, last but not least.
I wasn't here yesterday, but the main point I've noticed when they were talking about the crabs, dealing with the crabs within your life. And
So can you identify some crabs in your life?
some of the guys I hang out.
Some of the guys you hang out with. Okay.
So I need to turn to them instead.
All right, great. Let's